Welcome back to the channel. My name is Patrick, and in today's video I've got a live trade for you. So what I'm going to do here is walk you through my thought process, show you how I found this trade, and potentially see if we could get TP within this video, which I doubt. And it'll probably take maybe 20 minutes to get to TP, and I won't be hanging around for 20 minutes. So let's start. So supply and demand, as you know, we're selling from supply, buying from demand, okay? And what I tend to do is scalp moves, okay? So I'm in the move here. I just go to a lower time frame, show you the trade setup. I'm in the move here. It's currently going against me, but hopefully it does continue in the direction I believe it's going. So we're in supply, I'm selling it, and I want to see it push down towards this zone here to hit TP, okay? So how did I find this trade? Let's go back to H1 and you can see clearly how I found this trade. So let's zoom out a little bit more. So we've been trending down recently. From this high here, it's pushed down here and was consolidating, and it broke from this zone, pushing down, okay? Now I expected to get to this demand here, okay? I've mentioned this in a previous video, maybe weeks ago now, to get to this demand, to fill this inefficiency, and it broke from this zone and headed down there, but it stopped shy of it, okay? So that's where we expected to ultimately get to, okay? I have put a TP here, but I don't think that's realistic from this move. So that's just for illustration. Keeping in mind, this is where I believe eventually this trade is going to get to, okay? So where are we? So what I'm trying to do here is just scalp it towards that direction, okay? I believe price is going further down, so I'm looking for opportunities to sell. So we had that imbalance there, and we also have equal lows here. So we've got one here, one here. When this was trending down, I thought from this point it was going to head down there, and it just didn't. Went up here, created a little reversal, came down, thought it was going to go there. It didn't, and it came up again, created equal highs here. This was yesterday, okay? So I thought maybe there was a reversal pattern here. It just ran this high. I thought from here it was going to go, but it didn't again. So I wasn't in this trade because of these equal highs, and today it just ran those equal highs and created another reversal pattern. So now I'm in this trade and I'm trying to scalp it just to get down here, okay? So that's a one-to-one just to get there. I will leave a runner to try and get underneath here and potentially head down to that zone I mentioned. So that's what I'm looking to do, okay? And the reason I'm looking to do that is, if you saw on the higher time frame, we had that big inefficiency, and price tends to come back to clean up any inefficiencies it's left, okay? That inefficiency was caused by a news catalyst, okay? So I believe it's going back down there to clean it up, okay? Cool. So how do we find an entry to take down? So on a lower time frame, you could have found an entry here. There was a reversal pattern to take it down. It went down, but it didn't go all the way down. So a lot of people, a lot of swing traders would have saw these lower lows here, saw this opportunity and tried to hold it all the way down to fill that inefficiency, and they would have eventually got stopped out, okay? This is why I scalp. You are not guaranteed, even though I believe strongly it's going to get down there, it's not guaranteed it's going to do it when you want it to be done, okay? That's how the market is. They're not here to make friends, they're here to make money. And they know a lot of people trade certain ways. It's very easy to see how we all trade. We trade the same ways, whether it's supply and demand, whether it's SMC, whether it's support and resistance. We see the patterns that they create, and we trade based upon them, okay? So if they are the market makers and they created these patterns, they know how to manipulate market price to get us out before they do what they want, okay? So this is why a scalp is easier. You see the reversal pattern here. Scalped it for 10 pips. You would have got that 10 pips, 6 pips even. You got a lot more, okay? Then it came up here, created equal highs, support and resistance. You would have looked at this as a strong zone, maybe scalp that, or you could try to swing trade it underneath these lows or get it down there at least. You would have eventually got stopped out the next day. So however, if you scalp this and scalp this, you could have made some money. Very simple. So that's why I'm trying to just scout this initially, then leave the runner. Okay, so how could you have found this trade? Now, if you've been following my channel, well done. You would have seen this was a supply zone. Okay, so let's box that up first. This is what I really wanted to show you. Let's box that up. This is the zone that we wanted. That's where price has now entered, and this is where we are looking for our reversal pattern. Okay, so from the high here to that low here, where price broke out of that zone and went down, is our zone. When price returns, we could potentially sell it to try and go further down, or at least get a scalp. Okay, so when it came up here, it didn't reach that zone. Okay, so that should have been the first indication maybe this wasn't going to work out. Okay, however, you could have just scalped and still got the win. Okay, when it came back and tapped to that zone, I wanted that move. Okay, but I'll show you why I didn't take it. 1 second. So let's get rid of this. Alright, cool. So it was here, tapped in that zone. It was trending previously, higher, low, higher, low, higher highs in the process. Got here, and from here it should shoot up, but what it did, it broke down and eventually broke down here. Okay, I did not trade this because this was created in the Asian session. Okay, it's where the Asian session holds. Okay, so when it came back up here, I was not interested. Okay, so what it then did, it pushed up, done equal highs, then broke structure again. Again, I was not interested now because equal highs, there tends to be liquidity up there. There tends to be stop losses just above here. We would normally place our stop loss just above here. So that to me just looked a little bit suspicious. So I did not trade this at all yesterday. Okay, if I did, I could have got the scalp, but I prefer to take a trade that I'm confident with, and this wasn't the setup for me. So today, this morning, when I saw price is in reverse there, well, this isn't even a reversal. It just came up from here and started trending up. There's a low, a higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, all the way up, and it then just beats these equal highs that I mentioned. Okay, cool. So it come up and it's run the stop loss, and it's entered fully into my zone now. So I believe that was the agenda. Okay, to run these equal highs and enter deep into that zone. So as it entered deep into that zone, boom, it entered deep into that zone. It then created the pattern, the price action that I like to see. First, I like to see a little trend go in one direction. So from a supposed demand down here, pushing up, get into supply based on the higher time frame. Cool. Then it fakes here like it's continuing and pushes down. That was my first indication. When price pulled in back in there, I entered. Okay, so I entered my first position there. When price then pulled up here, and this was just before London session started. London session started here. London session then pushed down here and broke this low here. I entered my second position because I believe now that this was given the London traders or banks or whoever institutions an opportunity to get in to ride this down. So they got in and they've sold it here as well. Okay, so I am getting in more or less in theory where they are getting in. Okay, so that is why I took this trade. It's basically my setup that I prefer, and because of this, I am able to manage my risk quite easily here. I know where my stop loss needs to be, which is above here. Okay, so let's go down to lower time frame and show you exactly why I was confident with the early entry before the London session started. Okay, so M1, you can see a lot clearer here what I'm talking about. So we had the trend here. So here's a low, there's a higher low because it's higher than this previous low. This pushes up, creating small higher highs and higher lows in the process. Then it retraces deeper, creating a higher low still, higher than this one. Pushes here, creates a higher low here, pushes up, gets all the way into the zone, slows down, and look what it does here. This is where it breaks structure. Okay, so this is our last higher low. pushes up, another higher low, pushes up here, fails to create a new high, sells aggressively all the way down, breaking this structure. It's no longer creating higher highs or higher lows. It breaks down here, pushes up. So maybe from this point, so I wouldn't even enter here. Why I entered is based on this. This drive up here, like it's continuing its trend, reversed and broke structure. This was the confirmation that it had broke structure, and you can see this is where my entry was. Okay, so when it pulled back in here, I entered there. It pushed up again, came here, I entered there again. Okay, that breaking structure is why I entered, because this trend that was created reached a supply zone and it has reversed in its direction. Okay, so now I'm trying to scalp it for a 1-to-1 to get down here. So risking 10 pips, trying to make 10 pips. That would be my first trade. Then my second position, I will probably take some off and then leave my stop loss where it is. I don't move to break even, never move to break even. Leave my stop loss where it is and then see if that second position to get to TP, okay, which is a lot further down. So that is how I'm trying to play this. As you can see, it's working out so far. Like I said, I will not stick around waiting for it to get to TP. I mean, this is EURUSD, so you could check it out. This is 23rd of January. You could check it out, see if it got to TP or not. I believe it will get to TP. That's why I increased my position. As you can see, it has just broken this demand. So all these little demands here, it was respecting it previously. It's broken it now. So it is definitely coming down. There is no news at all today, so there's no reason for it to act erratic and just push up. It should just continue going down. If I lose this trade, it's because price wants to go higher. Okay, I can't see why when there's so much inefficiencies down there. But if I lose this trade, you have to just accept that's what it is. It does want to continue going up. You have to accept it. Okay, you take the loss. And that's it. So a part of this trading thing is learning to take a loss, and that's all you can really do. So higher time frame here, you can see there isn't any real reason for it to go up. Okay, it should be coming down to fill this inefficiency here, and that's what I expect it to do. So hopefully it does it quickly, get my first move, and then I'll leave the runner and see if it can get down there, which would be great. It's very unlikely I'm going to hold that position that long. Okay, maybe it gets to a 1 to 2 and I'm out. We'll see. I'll figure it out later. I'll see how I feel, but I'm not going to watch it the whole day. I'm not even going to watch this trade any further. I'm just going to set my alarm and it will let me know if it's hit my stop loss or if it's hit my TP, and that's it. Okay, that's as simple as I'm trying to keep it this year. Wait for price to get into a zone, my point of interest, create the price action that I would like to see, and then scalp the move. Okay, I'm just going to scalp the move. Keep it very simple. Scalp the move. This is the beginning of the year. I'm trying to trade for the whole year, not just for the whole week, not for the whole month. I'm changing my mentality. I'm trying to adapt. I'm trying to become a better trader, and a better trader to me means more discipline. Okay, so that's what my focus is. I know scalping gives me more chances of winning trades. I know I need to manage my risk, so I'm following one setup and I'm trying to focus on one pair as well. Occasionally I may have a look at the other pairs like GU, but I'm just going to try and focus on one pair, try to take everything I've learned and refine it. Okay, so that's it really. This could take another 20 or 30 minutes. I'm not going to keep you guys here for another 20 or 30 minutes. Okay, so it actually just hit TP now. I had finished recording, it just hit TP, so I figured I'll just show you guys the conclusion of this video. So TP for me was here at 896.1. You can see it just tapped into it and it's pulling back up. I'm waiting for it to drive down a little bit further and I'll close my position. This could be my second position. I may leave a runner to try to get down here, but this is where I'm looking to close now, and we're just going to wait a few more minutes. Let's give it 5 more minutes, see if we could just drive from here all the way down to see if we could get to TP. Okay, all right, let's see how it goes. So as you can see, it just hit TP now. I'm out of that position. I've left a small piece left, okay? That's my runner, and I'm trying to see if I get down. So I scout the move. I've taken more than 90% off the trade now, and I've left just a small piece to see if I could get to the position where I thought I believe it's going to get to. I'm not going to move to break even yet. I was trying to indicate that here on the lower time frame, on the 1 minute time frame, you see there's a big gap here. This could push all the way back there, stay there, then go again, or if it could push up there, this doesn't hold, then it pushes all the way through. Okay, whereas if I scalp here, I don't need to worry about that. So that's why I've taken my position off. I'm not waiting to see if it's gonna play me. I'm not trying to be messed around. I'm just gonna take my move and get out. So I've taken that scalp that I wanted. I got exactly what I wanted. I've left the runner to see if I could get all the way down further. Stop loss stays where it is. I don't move to break even. The only time I will move to break even from this in this move is when it's got underneath here, okay? If it's got underneath here, there's no reason for it to come back up here. But right now there is a reason for it to come back up here, and it's to tap into that zone again, maybe give the New York traders an opportunity to get in. So if I move to break even and it's dancing around here, it will take me out. But this is the high, this is the swing high, and that's what should be respected if indeed they intend to hold this position. Okay, so holding the runner to try to see if it gets underneath these equal lows, and anywhere in there is where I would expect it to then drive up. Okay, so I'm trying to see if the runner get underneath there, and then I'll close that position. It is a small piece, so I probably will hold that to see if it gets underneath there. So what I'm really looking for is a buy actually. So I want it to now get down to this major demand zone and put in some kind of reversal pattern, and that's where I'll take it from. So the same way here it created the equal highs, then it ran it, did the reversal pattern, and it's now driving down. I expect to see the same here. We've got equal highs here on a daily, 2 previous days, equal highs. Let me just, sorry, not equal highs, equal lows. You know what I mean. I make a lot of mistakes in my videos, but I know you know what I mean. I can't be bothered to edit it all out, so it is what it is. These are the equal lows I'm mentioning. You can see them now. Zoom out. I expect price to get underneath there, running all the support and resistance traders out. If you think this is going to hold, tap into this zone, put a reversal pattern, and potentially go back up. It can run and continue what's going on the daily, which is a daily trend here. It can from this point here, look, so we've got, this is what's going on at daily. We've got a trend going up. Okay, so it can get from here underneath these equal lows, tap into here, hold there, reverse, and go up and potentially beat that. So swing traders, this is what you're looking at. I'm going to keep it simple. When it gets here, I'm going to take a scalp because I don't know if this zone is going to hold. Maybe it wants to get down further. Maybe it doesn't hold this at all. Maybe it wants to come down, consolidate. We don't know what the price is going, the agenda for the year is going to be. We don't know what price is going to do. So all I could do is trade what I can see, and the easiest thing for me to do is scalp. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do when it gets here. Scalp, leave a runner. Scalp, leave a runner, and that's all I'm going to do. Hopefully this has been useful, people. If it has, hit the like button. If you want to see more trade examples, live trades, hit the subscribe button and I'll get them out to you. Any questions, any comments, you know what to do. Hit me up in the comment section. I'll let you know my thoughts. Okay, this is Patrick signing out. Until next time, peace.